you don't have to seek permission from people to be who God has already ordained you to be. And one thing about the system that we live in, it wants you to seek permission from people and from society. People want to have the power to deny you or approve of something. And the reason why they want to do that, because they got to make sure what you're doing and who you are called to be, it is something or someone who benefits them. And if it doesn't benefit them, then hey, I can't approve of you to be this. I can't let you do that. But that's like I told you, you don't need nobody permission to be. But we are all, most people in the system, we are all conditioned to check for approval first. We got to make sure somebody else comes into agreement with, oh, I agree about that. I think you should do this. I think you are called to do that. We have to find other people to agree with us first. And it teaches us that to be codependent on somebody else and them to be able to dictate how I show up in life. And I'm trying to tell you that once you understand this, you will be liberated within your mind, and then you become unstoppable. And then when you become unstoppable, you become a problem, because now we got to put you back in place. Come on, catch them diamonds. It is something about being liberated within the mind. Come on now. I understand that, people think that money is the real power, but actually it's influence, because if you have great influence, then guess what it will bring? Monies. Catch them diamonds. And understand this. We are already gifted. It's already within you. It is all about watering what's in you, that seed within you. Everybody is a chief. But the thing is, people don't know how to respect one another's and, each person's gift and who they are and their expertise. Come on now. Because you got people that want to be chiefs, but they want everybody else to be the Indian. You follow, you become, you the small guy, you the small woman. That's how it is. And also, thinking about like the education system, there are things I believe that you should go study and go to school for before you get out here, and put your hands on it. But you got to understand, before schools and education, the educational system was a thing, people had natural gifts. People had a thing of this inner knowing within. Some people don't have to go to school to be gifted in in an area. It's natural. It is the system that slows us down. You're slowing down my gift because you're making me go through these different programs to approve myself, to approve myself. And I'm already naturally that way. Some of us are already built that way. We are designed that way when we got here. And I truly believe you are who you are before you got here. This is why sometimes when you hold great purpose and you're supposed to be, somebody that have great influence, this is why you can't ever get away from that call. You can go out here and be distracted all you want, but something is going to pull you right back. Come on, catch them diamonds. And even though you try to fit in, people can still see you. It is your aura. It is the scent on you. It's a scent. It's people can sense it. They smell it. They know the aroma. It's your aura. You can never fit in when you're meant to stand out. You can never fit in when you're meant to stand out. You can never fit in when you're meant to stand out. Catch them diamonds. And walking in power looks like, I no longer need to seek you for validation. I no longer need to seek you for approval. I no longer need to do any of those things. I don't need to ask your permission to be what God has called me to be. And that's what it looks like walking in your divine power. And your divine power is going to scare a lot of people because they're going to be intimidated by it, because people don't like people who are actually so sure of themselves. Why are you so sure of yourself? Who do you think you are? It's going to bother most people, because most people in this world are not sure about themselves. Most people in this world are not sure about themselves. You still have believers not knowing whether or not they're connected to the Most High Supreme. You still have believers not knowing, about where they're going to be in the afterlife. And of course, that is for those who believe in the afterlife. You understand? And that's very interesting to me. How do you say that you're connected to the Most High and you're not even sure if you are already received by the Most High? And a reason why most people are on the fence about whether or not I'm going, to a good afterlife or not, is because the system that we're in, especially with the religious organization and just society in general, it is always crucifying you. It is condemning you. So people not even sure where they stand with God. And that's a problem. You can't have believers out here trying to preach the gospel and not being sure of themselves and where you stand with God. It's the system that got you dysfunctional. because you don't even know whether or not you're a good person anymore, because they're always constantly condemning you. You're always beating yourself up. I'm such a sinner. I do this wrong. God forgive me for this. God forgive me for that. Y'all are asking for forgiveness when it comes down to just human nature. You over here repenting because you wanted to karate kick somebody. I mean, if I wanted to karate kick somebody, I'm sure I know why I wanted to do it. Like it's like and I'm just being with humor right there. It's like a constant condemnation to the mind, body, and soul. Come on now, catch them diamonds. In order for you to walk in your divine power, you got to become more sure about yourself and stop being on the fence. Because the more you're on the fence, the more you're going to seek approval from other people and validation. You're going to look to other people to see whether or not you can go or not. Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do that? You understand what I'm saying? People really need their own relationship with God. You do, because how God is introduced to us is not the way that God really is. So you got to see how God is with you, because how God is with me may not be how God is with you. I don't know your life, and I don't know your walk. I don't know anything. And the problem is, most people think they know everything about everybody. But you become more wiser is when you somebody that realize I know nothing. That is wisdom. When you realize I know nothing. I can't answer for everything, but I can tell you about this though. That is wisdom. Catch them diamonds. And what comes to mind when it comes down to karate kicking somebody is, I remember this boy was kicking this mom pup. It was a dog, and she was pregnant, and this boy was just kicking the dog. And first I thought it was like a carpet, because the dog was like golden brown. It reminded me like a little carpet, the color. And I was like, from a distance, and I was like, what is he doing? Kicking the mom pup. And the mom pup was pregnant. So yeah, I wanted to karate kick that boy. And you think I'm about to ask God, I'm so sorry, I want to karate kick him. No, I'm not. And that's what I mean, like, and I'm just giving you an example of we're constantly condemning ourselves and feeling bad for certain things we think or what we say to people or to correct them, and like I said, it's all a part of religious trauma and always trying to cross our T's and dot our I's. That's what got us that way. We condemn ourselves constantly for feeling things of human nature. I felt something. Yeah, I wanted to karate kick that boy, and I'm still thinking about it. And I was no more than 11. What you doing? You don't beat on nobody, no animals or anybody. See, and that's then I should have known who I was. Somebody that come and advocate for other people. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like that. So, yep, I wanted to karate kick them and still do. Oh.